Brennan, how are you doing? How's it look? How's it look, Brennan?
I'm on a couple pillows.
She's on a couple pillows because we didn't bring her chair in here.
Shorty.
So, hello, Brennan. Hello to everybody who's just coming in. This is our third episode of the third episode technically of the Tavern. Remember, I did that solo one.
Oh yeah.
About how DoorDashing became started and everything, how it became popular. Last week we talked a little bit about the interface, a little bit how it works on the Dasher's end. It looks good. Okay, awesome, Brennan, awesome. And pretty soon, if we can keep this going, this podcast going, we might bring Brennan over here. He can control these buttons and sit over there in the corner. Brennan can be our studio engineer. How would that sound? But anyway, today we're going to talk about more about DoorDash. We're going to talk about kind of the platinum status. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back with more on DoorDashing. Stay with us on this Tavern podcast. And we're back. So anyway, what we're going to do, to recap last week, we talked about the minimum requirements to be a Dasher, which is that, and we kind of talked about your rating has to be at 4.2 to be a Dasher, 80% acceptance rate, completion rate. There's no requirement for acceptance rate. All right, there's no requirement for on time or early. Rate, but repeated lateness may result in deactivation, which is not a good thing.
No.
Okay, so we talked.
You definitely want a job, so you don't want to get deactivated.
Yeah, and so then we also talked about this interface a little bit, and what you see in the red, is like your zone that is hot.
Yes.
Where there's a lot of activity.
But don't forget, it is different because there's very busy, which is going to be a dark red.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then there's busy, which is going to be red, and then when it's pink,
right,
you can still get orders, but it's not as many as the other.
Right.
And then when
right.
it's gray, it's about impossible to get one unless you're top Dasher.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then we talked a little bit about the requirements for top Dasher, and we want to go over that a little bit, Vanessa.
Yes, we do. Well, I just got an email.
Well, no, this is Top Dasher.
Oh, Top Dasher. Well, I've been Top Dasher since month 2.
So what your customer rating has to be above 4.7.
Yes.
And
yes.
I'm assuming
I'm
it
at
is.
5 now. I finally hit a 5, which is very, very hard to do because people can be really pissy and give you bad ratings when they don't need to.
And the acceptance rate is 70%. Which yours is higher than
my acceptance rate right now is 97.
97. And your completion rate has to be 95%.
I have 98% completion rate.
And of course, you can go over the how many deliveries you have, but you don't have to. You have to have 100 to be a Top Dasher.
And then 200.
And
no,
200.
no. You have to have 100 per month and 200 lifetime.
100 per month.
Yes.
Okay, to keep your Top Dasher.
So I'm very excited telling you guys about this. I just got an email a couple days ago. Remember when I told you about the city? You go to the city, I was a Platinum Dasher, and then when I'm here, I'm just a Top Dasher.
Yeah.
They didn't have that in our area. They put it in the bigger areas first.
So what she's talking about is Platinum status. There's a Platinum Dasher.
It's starting the 25th of June. So I've been really, really hustling the last week
Uh-huh.
to make sure my numbers are as good as they can get.
Yeah.
Because I want to be able to be included in that.
Right.
I already get really good orders most of the time,
Uh-huh.
but it'll bring me more orders like catering.
Uh-huh.
It'll bring me opportunities to do things I'd like to do most.
So they're going to start offering it in this area on
Yes.
the 25th of June.
Yes.
But they've already offered it in the city for a while.
Yeah, they have, yeah.
So she got an invitation to be Platinum Dasher.
Yeah, I just got to keep all my numbers up.
She's got to keep her numbers up. And here I kind of found this on the internet. And it's kind of elongated. I had to stretch it to make sure people
do
are...
you see, okay, now...
You get top priority for high-paying orders.
Which I already do. Being a
You
top
get
guy.
access to large orders.
Yep.
Large orders as in
Large orders, which is going to be your catering.
and shopping,
Yeah.
like Hy-Vee and stuff. Okay, Dash Now Anytime, which you already do that.
And we already got VIP Dasher support. What is that one?
Early
access to
scheduling. She's already got
I don't
that.
need to schedule. I know it seems like it's useless to even have it,
Uh-huh.
but I do like the opportunity that I can add.
Now this isn't her. This isn't
No,
hers.
no.
This is just an example that we're giving you. So,
and the numbers don't quite match up.
yeah.
The acceptance on time, delivery. See, this is new. Lifetime deliveries. They're putting everything at the bottom like that.
This is just a screenshot I found. I don't know if it's how accurate it is. It was just off the internet. That's for Platinum Dasher.
Yeah. And it's I'm going to be able to. I have to see when I got a picture that I took. I just have to find it.
We'll kind of explain this picture.
Well, it's remember when I said when we went to the city
Mm-hmm.
and I turned it on.
Yeah.
Gotta get past it and go to.
So I was doing a little research, and you might wonder, hey, Farmer Trio, how you doing? I was doing some research. I went to just look on the internet. I said things about DoorDash. Questions people ask.
Yeah.
So if you want to make $1,000 a week, you know how many hours you have to work? Take a guess. Vanessa doesn't even know this.
Okay, 1,000 a week.
1,000 a week. How many
I would
hours?
say probably 10 hours a day.
So 50 hours a week. You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to make 500 a week, how many hours?
Well, you just I mean, you could probably work 6 hours a day.
So 20 to 30 a week.
Yeah.
So she's right. She has it right. Hi, Joel the Jet. How are you doing? Welcome in. We're talking about DoorDash. That's our third episode of this podcast series, DoorDashing. We'll have other topics as time moves on. Still getting a fresh start at this and getting some kinks worked out and getting stuff to talk about. But this is our third thing about DoorDashing.
There's one thing I forgot to talk about last time.
Jewel the Jet, I want to say first of all, I want to give a shout out to Jewel the Jet. I tell you what, I don't comment on videos normally. I'll skim through them and I'll watch bits and pieces and pull out information. She does some good farming simulator tutorials on how to do a map, and I've learned some from Jewel, and that's awesome. And
Yeah.
Jewel plays other simulation games. She
She
plays other simulation games like Supermarket Simulator. I play that one, but I haven't played it in a while. Haven't for a while, but Supermarket Simulator, that's a fun game. That is a fun game. Mr. J, hello, welcome in. And okay, so Mr. J, want to take some questions while you're looking for a picture?
Sure.
Mr. J, you had a question last week on our last week's podcast about DoorDashing. What was your question last week, Mr. J? If you could type that in chat. So Vanessa's looking for a picture of something about platinum dashing.
Yeah, I've got to go the other way.
In case you all are just coming in, she's been invited to be platinum dasher for this area. Starting next week, this area she's going to be a platinum dasher. They're offering it in this area for
Well,
DoorDash.
yeah, and then we're going to be gone, so I won't be screwing anything up.
Yeah.
And I've got, and like I said last
Well,
time,
try to explain this picture you took.
it's the same thing that you found on the internet with the Platinum Dasher.
Uh-huh.
And I wanted to look, because when I go into the city,
We'll pull up this again. We'll pull up this screen again.
when I go into the city, this picture is what you're going to see of mine.
Uh-huh.
It's going to say I am a Platinum Dasher. It is a top dasher in the area now. But next week, they're going to start bringing that in. They're going to have gold, silver, platinum,
Uh-huh.
all that other stuff. So people are going to be categorized, and they're going to
Right.
be able to differentiate different people.
Uh-huh.
So I got it pretty good about making $1,000 a week.
Yeah, so we were talking about the pay, how much you can make. I did some research, and Vanessa hit the head on the nail. I didn't even tell her. This is a question I just popped on her.
Well, I just told you this last week I've made $900.
Yeah, she's been grinding this week, so she's working 50 to 60 hours a week, dashing. She also does Walmart Spark.
And I got some of that done today, too.
But that's been kind of hit and miss.
It is.
Walmart Spark is where you do grocery shopping orders for people, or you do batch orders from Walmart. But she's been doing the shopping orders today. She went on 3 this morning, and I went with her this morning or this afternoon. Or actually, it was this morning, and she made close to $60 in a couple hours.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I will recap that for you.
yeah, she'll recap.
Now, okay, so Walmart, it's weird because
She does Walmart Spark also.
It's called I can't really show this, but like earnings today.
Mm-hmm.
Today I made $77.72, which means some of my tips came through, which means I've made a lot more today than I thought I did.
Uh-huh.
If you go click on that, there's $27.09 left, which will probably be popped in my account tomorrow.
Right.
But we're talking about, that was this morning not even till lunchtime.
Mm-hmm.
So I made $77.72 before even lunch.
We'll be gone then, won't we, Brendan? Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll be gone, so I have my goal, okay, the reason why I'm working so hard is 2 reasons. Well, number one, I always work hard. I don't slack. I like to work, and money's a good motivator. But, we're getting ready to go on a trip. And money can be kind of tight sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You got to say what's going to go where,
right.
what you want to do. And so I wanted to be able to have money in account to pay my bills for the whole month.
Yeah.
And then have extra that we can enjoy when we're out of town.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get all my numbers up. My goal is I'm going to try to get almost everything other than early or on time, because it's never changed from 92 ever since I've been DoorDashing.
Mm-hmm.
Never has changed.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to get all of my numbers up. And I've got a 5-star rating, which is fantastic. It's the best you can have. So
we talked about a little bit about just the amount of people that use these delivery services like Walmart Spark and DoorDash for grocery shopping.
Yeah.
So I'm finding more and more that she's getting grocery shopping orders more than just restaurant orders. She does her fair share of restaurant orders, but she's making a heck of a lot of money doing grocery shopping orders. And some of it, we did one this morning, and it was 15 items, 10 or 15 items. Took us 15, 20 minutes in Walmart, and then we just drove across town, dropped it off.
Yeah.
That was like $20.
Yeah.
Bam.
Yep. Right there.
Yeah. So your app that you have on your phone, and Brendan's birthday. Yeah, Brendan. Shout out to Brendan. His birthday's on the 26th.
Wow, look at that, honey. I've made it. That's going to be a heck of a week for me when it's all said and done.
Yeah.
I mean, that
so
is.
If we can make another, if she can make another 500, yeah.
Well, I'm up to where I wanted to be at today. I always make a goal to do about $150 a day, because I have to come and count with gas that I have to put in my car, and my maintenance. things like that. You have to hold back for taxes.
Mm-hmm.
And I still haven't been really good at doing that. I need to get better at doing that.
Right.
But Spark I did really good on today. I made $77. And I was going to try to bring up my. I'm just kind of you can't really see it. We might have to discuss that next time.
What do you want?
Well, I'm trying to. Okay, this week. Okay, June 3rd through the 9th. So what is today? Saturday. Okay, Sunday. So today, I did an order. Okay, a lot of these things have tips attached. So when let's say the amount, it does not include the tips. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it actually says here, confirmed tips, confirmed tips, confirmed tips, confirmed tips. That's what all this stuff is. Okay. But I also, I'm trying to find it. What is the date today, my love?
Today is Sunday, the 20th.
It's Sunday. Okay. I was trying to see. Well, anyways, the tips get held for 24 hours.
And then they put them into your account.
And then they give the customers 24 hours to adjust your tip. So I could have a bad day, doing Walmart, make $50, but I might have another $50 in tips.
Mm-hmm.
Those tips are going to come in the next day, which is going to give me money.
Right.
So it's just hit or miss. It's hit or miss with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
And people pay. People, I just can't believe. I can believe, but people play. Hello, Travis Gaming. Welcome in, everybody. If you have any questions, just type it in chat, and we'll get to it.
I got the chat up here so I can answer.
If you have any questions about DoorDashing,
for his birthday is what Brendan said.
So we'll have to drive that back.
Is that a pizza?
We'll drive back down to Spooner that day and go to do lunch. Okay.
All right.
So, because we'll be staying a little farther north than Spooner, Brennan. But anyway, we're going on vacation. But the people who pay this good money for this convenience, it's unbelievable. I mean, I'm sure it happens all over.
We like to sit down in our house, and sometimes we don't feel like cooking. We could turn the Dash app on and go, we're going to order from here. I have the Dash Pass, so we don't pay for a lot of the any delivery fees or anything. Yeah,
so there's a Dash Pass that the customer can download on their phone. The customer can download the DoorDash app, and they can purchase a monthly pass, which is how much? Is that $30 a month or a little bit more?
I think for me it's a little bit less because I'm a Dasher.
Okay.
We canceled his, and we're just going to.
Yeah, we canceled mine, but it's so what it is it waives a lot of those fees for ordering food online, or groceries,
but it's
or whatever.
It's so nice to be able to sit in your house and go, you know what, I'm gonna have somebody bring my food.
Yeah.
Sometimes you work 10 hours a day, you don't even feel like bringing stuff home. You just want to come home and just relax.
Yeah.
So it's a very big convenience.
Let's talk about. Let's talk a little bit about our peak hours. What are the peak hours for? Let's start with dashing.
Okay.
Dashing, peak hours for dashing.
So we're just going to throw this out here. Tuesday and or Wednesday are slow days. This week it wasn't, but most of the time it is. It's either Tuesday or Wednesday. You'll get a lot of business on the weekends. A lot of orders Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You'll get orders. When I start at 6. My goal is to start at 6, do Walmart until 11 o'clock. So I try to make as much I can with Walmart. And then I go DoorDash after that. And then I work until 2 unless I don't have my goal.
So you're saying DoorDash peak hours is from 11 to 2?
Yeah, that's for
lunchtime.
Lunch, yes. Breakfast is going to be 6 to 8.
6 to 8.
9 o'clock is completely dead.
So from 6 to 8, if she's doing DoorDash, she mostly does Starbucks orders and picking stuff up at Starbucks or McDonald's or Wendy's breakfast
or Casey's.
Breakfast items. Yeah, Casey's general store. It's a convenience store. They even have DoorDash. You can DoorDash from them, and a lot of people do breakfast items. Then it kind of slows down after that, and she's doing Spark in between. She'll flip back and forth depending, and then she'll so 11 to 2 is a peak hour for DoorDash. Then she'll probably go back to
about I'd say 5 to 8.
5 to 8 is...
Or 5 to 9. And it starts slowing down, and then when it gets later in the night, it starts picking back up again.
But you don't go out late at night now, do you?
No, I don't. No, I do it during the day.
Where you can see where you're going.
Yeah.
See that. It gets a little more challenging, because when she started out, she had to schedule. When she first starts, your dasher has to schedule. Get a put like you're working. So you do a schedule, and you had to pick a time slot, and usually the only time slots are available is from midnight to 6 in the morning. It's ridiculous. But there are people awake at that night that do DoorDash, which is mostly going to be mostly your Casey's pizza. You're going to have maybe earlier in the night some other pizza places, but then you have from then on, from midnight to 6 in the morning, it's Casey's, McDonald's. Yeah. Period. Yeah. Yeah. I don't do any other Taco Bell. Yes, Taco Bell.
Taco Bell will on the weekends. During the weekday, they close.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Taco Bell, they stay open late on the weekends, and but yeah, she had to schedule her time when she first started, but now she can dash anytime she wants. Yeah. Which is what she.
Very convenient. I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and get started. I'm like out the door. Yeah. Yeah, I try to stay at home.
As soon as I lay down, because I work overnights still. I work overnights, and so she starts dashing as soon as I lay down. So, is there any other things you want to say about door dashing that people find interesting?
Well, I would tell you that I often come home with extra money. You know, some people think it's a side hustle. It's a side hustle. It's a side hustle. For me, it's a job. I'm going to do my job. I'm going to do it efficiently, and I'm going to do it right.
Well, I think there's some other people who do it as a job also.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't care.
It's perfect for somebody who's retired.
Yeah, if you can get into it.
Hint, hint, for me. But is there any questions anybody has about door dashing or Walmart Spark or anything like that? Is there any questions that pop into anybody's head?
I do a good job when I'm coming home with cash tips.
Yeah.
You know, I'm very, very good at communicating with my customers. I make sure their stuff is right. You know, I got slammed. What was it, yesterday?
There's very few dashers that do that. That communicate.
No, they don't, and I get told that constantly.
So what she does, as soon as she gets that order and she's out the door of the restaurant, she'll put on there she's on her way. So the customer, of course, gets a little message from DoorDash that because they can even pull up on their app where the dasher's at in town. They can watch the dasher drive through town, so which is pretty cool. You know, they're actually tracking her location in town. Then she'll also send each customer a text message that says, "I'm on your way with the food. I hope you have a nice day." And then she'll send a little meme. Can you pull up that meme real quick? That she also attaches a little quote. And like I was talking to, like Mr. J heard last week, the quote she pulls up. I'll read it. Mr. J always has a quote at the end of his streams. If you can make somebody smile, smile. If you can make somebody laugh. Yeah. You know, he has a good. He has a. He's good.
I need to find it where I could put it easily for me to access it, because I have to scroll. Okay.
So, it says, "You, yes, you, the one reading this, you are beautiful, talented, amazing, and simply the best at being you. Never forget that." So she sends that to each customer. So
I have had customers come outside and hug me. I've had customers say, I was having a really crappy day and I got that, and now I'm having a good day.
Right.
You know, it's all about communication. It's about, being in touch with your customers too. You know, some people don't care, but I do. You know, I do. Right. This is not just a side hustle for me. Right. It's my job. And I enjoy my job.
Right.
And I notice when I communicate with my customers, I start opening them up a little bit more, which means they're going to trust me. They're going to walk outside the house and grab their order instead of having me to leave it at the door. You know, those things, it's amazing what one little thing can do. You know, and I know all the restaurants around town, I have met people and I have enjoyed their company. You know, it's just, it's wonderful. I walk into McDonald's, they know who I am. I walk into Wendy's, they know who I am. It's just that camaraderie. I can't say that.
Camaraderie.
Yeah, it's very cool.
So I don't know if many of you know, I did some research, and I think you can kind of find it in my first podcast, maybe or maybe not. DoorDash really blew up and got really big during COVID.
Oh, yeah.
Because everything's no contact, and DoorDash did no contact delivery. Everything with DoorDash, you put it on the porch, you take a picture with the app. That way the customer gets the message that your order's arrived, and they can see the picture. DoorDash can see the picture, so there's that documentation that you delivered the food. So that's where it really blew up, no contact delivery. There are people, a few people, not many, most of them want it left at the door, but there are people who want to see the Dasher, and they'll come to the door. Hello, Joe. How you doing?
Joe Braxton.
Joe Braxton.
Joe Braxton himself.
Joe Braxton's probably on the road delivering some salad.
Well, I don't know. He wouldn't be typing if he was driving. He better not. I'll find him and kick his butt.
But unless he's on his 10-hour break.
Okay, so I'm kind of getting a lot off topic. I'm going to tell you a couple of things I don't like about DoorDash. DoorDash, when you start out, they pay you $2 an order. That's like a waitress.
Yeah.
But they get paid more than that.
Right.
So, but if you get another order attached to that, they don't pay you $2 more, which means they're paying you $2 and all of the rest is tips, which a lot of people have complained about. Because why would they do that?
Right.
Why would they not?
So is it a separate order you're delivering somewhere else?
No, it's a combined order.
Let's say you order. Let's say me and Vanessa are ordering dinner, and I want Taco Bell. She wants McDonald's.
No, that's a double dash. It's going
that's
to
a
the
double
same
dash
place.
So okay.
I'm talking about people that just you grab from different places and didn't deliver them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're talking about. So
Taco Bell, I get $2 and
then somebody else. Then they ring you again. Then the DoorDash rings you again.
No, it's at the same time.
It's at the same time.
It tells you go here and go here.
Oh wow! But you're delivering to two separate addresses.
Yes.
So they don't give you second money for that second delivery.
They give you one $2 thing. The thing that that was one thing I didn't like. The other thing, it just escaped my mind. I was getting ready to say something. I'm sorry. If you reject an order, okay, if you don't leave the area you're in fast enough, you'll get to order again, which is ridiculous because they shouldn't do that to you. If it's going to knock you down a point, this doesn't make any sense.
Now, why? Okay, here that kind of leads me into the next thing I want to talk about. Why would you reject an order?
Why?
Yes.
Because it's $2. I don't feel like busting my butt going somewhere and for nothing. I mean, I'm worth a lot more than that.
So what she's trying to elaborate on, there is tipping is kind of expected. Like when you go to a restaurant, you're going to tip your waiter
right, or your
an
waitress.
extra $10 or so,
right.
10, 15, 20%, whatever. But so $2 means no, they're not putting a tip on.
Exactly.
The customer's not doing it. Now sometimes DoorDash adds an extra amount for that. But so $2 generally she doesn't take, but she's been taking those lowball orders to keep her acceptance rate up. Okay, but usually what comes across her phone on generally, what generally people do, most people do, they do like $5.50, $6, $7 orders, and that's the tip included. So they're already included in tip. And then sometimes the customer will hand her extra cash at the door. So if you're going to DoorDash, you're probably going to have a hard time getting a dasher to your house at $2 unless they're just starting out and need to grind.
Yes. That's going to go to the. I'm talking about small fish. You got small fish and you got the big fish.
Yeah.
You've got several people that have started dashing that have not gotten their feet wet. They have to take those cheap orders. They have to go out and work late hours. They have to do that. But I am where I am at because I have worked my butt off to get there.
Right.
And so when I'm making, Matt was floored. He's with me the other day. I was getting shopping orders and we're talking about $15, $20 orders.
Yeah, that was this morning.
Yeah, no, that's for Walmart. I'm talking for DoorDash.
Oh, for DoorDash, for DoorDash, she was getting. We went back to Hy-Vee 2 or 3 times,
yeah,
and each
I
one
made $60 in less than 2 hours.
Yes, and some of them were just 5 items. I mean, like 5 items,
and it's so easy.
You just go in, pick the item, you scan the barcode with the DoorDash app. Kind of like you do with Walmart Spark. You scan the item, tells you if it's the right item, you put it in the cart. We did have a difficult one the other day. All organic. Everything was all organic. And you know how hard it is when a grocery store doesn't have things well organized for as far as organic. Everything's in a different place than the normal food.
Oh, you're talking about the Hy-Vee order.
Hy-Vee order.
Oh,
there was organic potato chips. There was organic. There was something in the cold section, something organic.
Yeah.
Over by the deli we had to get. There was organic milk, organic.
And I've got the produce down because they're all in one area.
Yeah.
But then if you're doing like a gluten-free or you're doing that, you have to go on the side of the store. Today I had to get pretzels. They didn't have any pretzels with the rest of the pretzels. I had to ask somebody. And then she was like, people were looking around. These people that worked there were looking around for these damn roll gold pretzels. They were in the very front of the store. They weren't with the rest of the pretzels.
Yeah, so we run into that. We run into that at Hy-Vee because that's our only other grocery store in town is Hy-Vee, and so one thing that comes or Aldi's. Aldi's is pretty easy to find though.
It is for me, but I remember they put things in the same area, which is good, which means I could go, okay, I need to get this, I'll scan through it. You went with me. You remember what that was like.
Yep. And then what comes to mind is when we had the Pepsi we were trying to find in a certain ounce. Over in their main soda aisle, their bottles of Pepsi, their smaller bottles of Pepsi, were a certain ounce. They were a smaller ounce. They were looking for the bigger ounce, but the 6-pack bottles of Pepsi. Well, they were not even in the soda aisle. They were in kind of the back part of the store by the dairy on just a pallet by themselves, which was and so I think I bought that one out of pocket, didn't I?
No. She said that she didn't want those. She didn't want the ones that we were going to do because we couldn't find other. So I went ahead and refunded her because the price difference was too much.
Right.
So I went ahead, and what you can do is you can actually refund their money for an item. There's a part on the app where you could push refund, and it will refund. And then and I always contact my customers, ask them, okay, I don't have this or this or this. Today, this lady was sick. She's like, I am so sorry, I'm not feeling good. I just want to make a nice dinner for my family and my husband. And then she's like, she got some stuff. She goes, I really don't want kiwi. Can I have watermelon? And I said, let me look. And so I found the kiwi finally. It took a little bit of time to find it, but I found it. And I'm not scared to ask questions. I'll ask people in the store for help. That's how you learn. But I was able to get her watermelon spears. That's what she wanted.
Right.
I took that and I subbed it for the other thing. And, it's the most amazing thing. And then I get comments like, you're my favorite, Dash. You're so awesome. You're so good at communicating. Those are the kind of goals you need to shoot for when you're working. If you just want a side gig and you don't give a care about what you do, I mean, why even? Why
And there's
even?
very few dashers that do what you do. There is another dasher in this area that comes to mind that they actually staple their quote to the bag or put the quote with the bag and hand it to you and says, "Hope you have a nice day. I'm your dasher so and so."
Remember that one where it says you've been dashed?
And then there's
That
one
was
that
pretty
then
cute.
there's one that says you've been dashed.
They wrote a human on there and had just the, it covered, and then you open it up as you have been
Dashed.
You've been dashed, which
Yeah.
is pretty funny.
Mhm.
It's pretty funny.
And they also say, if you like me, give me a 5-star rating.
Yeah.
A lot of them, they like the tips, but they like the 5-star ratings too. The dashers.
It's really hard to get a 5-star rating.
Really?
Because you have to. Seriously, you have to work for it. It just doesn't happen. If I didn't communicate with them, do you think I'd have a 5?
Mm-mm.
Do you think it would be lower?
Yeah.
They would think, okay, she doesn't care. Whatever.
But as a customer also, I personally want that door to door because I want my food hot and fresh. Because some people, we leave their house and we're down the block and their shit still. I'm sorry, I said shit.
Oh, oops.
Their stuff is still sitting on the front porch.
Yeah.
So we had a unique delivery today, where we went to Walmart, did a grocery order. Ice cream. There was ice cream with it. There was ice with it. There's some other cold stuff. But the ice, we were really concerned about the ice. They wanted it left at the door. So what we did is we knocked on the door. I knocked on the door, and that way, when we got in the car, he popped out and he said, "Oh, thank you for doing that."
He said, "I was getting ready to come out and help you. I didn't even know you were here." And seeing them smile, it's just like, it's amazing because you think you're doing your job right.
Yeah.
It's not just a half a job. You do it correctly.
Now, is there any hard part of door dashing as far as grocery orders go? Is it like the water? You're talking about the water is really heavy?
Okay. Number one, Walmart, the Satan water, which I call Satan water with the 40 bottles.
Oh, 40 bottles of water,
God, I hate those. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys a little something. I'm going to tell them about the biggest order I've ever done real quick.
Okay. Yeah, tell us about the biggest order.
I was working, and I was waiting for an offer, and I got an offer for $67 to chop for somebody. Right up front. I was like, I hit that thing as fast as I can. I didn't realize how much. We're talking, okay, I had one cart full of 6 of those waters.
Uh-huh.
I pushed it up to the front of Walmart. I went and got another cart. I got dry stuff. It got full. Put it to the front. Got another one of dry. Full to the front. And a whole other one of cold.
Wow.
Cold.
So you have 4 carts total?
Yes.
How many?
199 items. I shopped on time, but I would not have been able to bag my groceries and deliver them without it expiring.
Wow. So did
yeah,
you? Is that where your daughter helped you?
Yes, I called Kimmy. I said, I really need your help. I said, I've got this big order. I still need
160 items.
199.
192. So almost 200 items she had to deliver.
So my daughter came, helped me, put it in the. She started helping me bag everything. I have a 22 Chevy Blazer, in case you guys don't know. I had a little Ford Fiesta before, so I've got lots of room in my car. I had my back stacked all the way to the top. The back seats were all the way to the top. I couldn't even see out the back window. Kimmy had some in between her legs. And when we got there, the husband's like, he was looking at his wife and said, "Damn, I didn't think you ordered this much." It was over $1,000 worth of groceries.
Wow. You hear that? $1,000 worth of groceries.
That humbled me greatly. Since doing that, nothing is too hard. I'll tell you that right now.
But surely they'd add some extra time for it.
Yeah, but
how would they expect you to get 200 items done, 4 carts, bag it?
They don't think about that. They think it's a shopping order, just carts in Walmart. You're not going to have to go get other carts, but that takes time. you get everything, you have to bring it up to the front, get another one, bring it up to the front.
Right.
You know, it was a very tedious, long situation, but I got through it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with Kimmy's help, it was very, very beneficial that she was there with me because I wouldn't have been able to deliver it on time.
Right. Right. Did you get it there on time?
Yes.
So she got
right
it there on time.
on time.
Wow.
Right on time. Right on time.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were like 1-2 minutes early.
So the biggest order I've ever been with Vanessa, it was a batch order through Walmart Spark. Had 12 stops. And I was like thinking, oh, there's going to be a ton of groceries. No, but each one of them was like 4 or 5 items.
Even, no,
So-
2. 1 or 2.
1 or 2
Yeah.
items. Yeah, 1 or 2 items. But we had, 12 stops?
Yeah.
We had 12 stops. We started off in town. Then we had to work our way out in the country. We went out in the country. One of the last stops, oh, beautiful. All secluded. Out there you go down this gravel road, which is a road, but it seems like a farmer's lane, but it's a road. And there's a house way out there. And one item clear out there for a guy.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, thank you. And that was one. Then we had, I think, one more in town.
Yeah.
It takes you on a route. It plans your route for you.
Mm-hmm.
And so that to me was a little overwhelming for me. But I was kind of her co-navigator. I
Yeah,
always
but we got it done. You know, it's just like, you know, you get one done, you go to the next, get one. You know, he would put the groceries up there, and I would take a picture. We get back in the car and keep going. I want to know you guys, if you guys are even interested in this. I just kind of wanted to know your take on what you think about what we're doing here. I know everybody's kind of quiet. That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah, how do you think we're doing, y'all? Joe, Jewel, anybody? Trio, Travis, Mr. J, Brennan. Do you have any questions? And how do you think we're doing on this? This is just a topic on DoorDash. Is there any other topics you'd like to see us do? And we could come up with something and kind
That'd
of
be
basically.
cool if we could involve people, kind of like, you know, when we're doing Farm Sim, and or your New Year's Eve thing that you would do,
Yeah.
and everybody would be in there.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I'd have to have a couple microphones, somehow hook up headsets and microphones, invite people into Discord.
Oh, Jules said we're doing a good job.
Awesome.
Well,
thank you,
thank you,
Jewel.
Jewel.
Thank you. Means a lot. Thank you.
But the thing I hate about Walmart is the wait. Walmart is very hit and miss. Sometimes you could get tons of orders, or you can get one that pops up. The good thing about Spark though is you can decline the offer without being penalized.
Right.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, Mr. J said he agrees with Jewel.
You agree with Jewel? Oh, thank you, Mr. J. Appreciate it, buddy.
You guys see my chompers?
Yeah, Vanessa got some new teeth.
I decided I want my old ones, so I got new ones.
Yeah, she got some new teeth. I'm other news. I'm still working on my map. I'm 99.9% done with it.
99.99999%.
Yeah, I had to put in a few
Stop
stop signs and
Well, you got to send it in so you can get it sent back. You know,
yeah,
because
then I
it's going
gotta-
to be something
yeah.
stupid.
but it's a really good looking map, y'all. I've been working on it. I think Joe has seen it off and on, but
Joe has actually given us some input. on
he's
this
come
well.
in to Discord. I customized the so on my I've done something different with this map that I've never done, and Cavalier kind of gave me the idea. So I put the XML in with everything, like the cow barn. Cow barn is custom by Cavalier Roy, holds 2,000 cows. So I got the XML with that, with the cow barn, connecting everything together. You know how everything has to connect. XML and Jewel, knows a lot about the XML.
Yeah, she asked a question.
Oh, here's what'd she say? I can't read that.
She said, "Have you had many bad customers or dangerous ones?" Dangerous, no. People that are downright rotten, yes. I had an order that I was doing for Spark. I had 3 different orders. I had to take an order to an old folks home, like a retirement village. Remember when I told you about that? And I couldn't find the sticker for her items. So I had to call Spark, get that all figured out, how to get a number, put it on so I could go on with delivering it. And then I only had this small cart to put stuff in. They ordered like a lot of groceries.
Right.
Which means it took a while. This customer calls me. I thought it was a customer calling me, but it was my next customer.
Uh-huh.
She's like, my food's getting hot. My butter's going to melt. My milk is going to spoil. And I said, it's not, because it's in my car. My air conditioner is on.
Uh-huh.
You know, but she was really nasty to me.
Uh-huh.
And I delivered to her today for DoorDash.
Uh-huh.
And she had to meet me out the door because it was alcohol.
Uh-huh.
So she's never met me before. But she's like, I had to turn myself around because the sun got in my eyes and somebody cut me off. So I turned around. I wasn't going the right direction. She's like, where are you going? I said, I'm making my way. And I still delivered it on time.
Right.
But, you know, you got these anal retentive people. Where are you going? Where are you going? How come you're not here?
Yeah. But
about 99% of my customers, if I tell them their food's going to be late, they appreciate it because they want to know. Or what time their food's going to be there. Yeah.
So even when the restaurant is yes, I will. I do definitely plan on doing that. I'm going to send my map. Brendan talked about the map. I'm going to send it to Farmer Kopp also, and see what he thinks, and hopefully he can get something done up before FarmCon, because I know FarmCon's in a couple weeks, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now, some other type of customer. Let's continue on with Jules' question. You've had an odd customer.
Oh man, okay.
How can
I do this without being too graphic? I could say boner, right? There's a guy that orders Red Bulls, 3 Red Bulls from Dollar General. I know by the address. I know by the way he puts things. Okay, you guys are gonna. This is okay. I get his stuff, and I always say, "Hey, I'm on my way. I got your stuff." You know, I get out, and he's got one growing down there. I mean, he's got it left or right somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I call him Boner Boy. It's like he actually likes that. Likes DoorDashers deliver it to him. But
he likes DoorDashers delivering.
Always gives me $5 extra.
Wow.
So, you know, it's kind of like, you know, it's what do? Do you reject it and miss out on that money? He's not getting anything from me. He's getting nothing but kindness and hello, goodbye, have a good day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but he gives me $5 extra every time I go there.
Mm-hmm.
And he has made comments about me being beautiful, and I said thank you. It's never gotten out of, you know, never gotten nasty. But it just, he gives you that look. You guys ever had somebody look at you and you're just like creeped out a little? That's why he makes me feel just a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I go back to my car and I just wait.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wait and I wait. And ding, there's $5 extra. It happens every time I deliver to him.
Wow.
But I call him Boner Boy.
Boner Boy.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's not watching, but I don't think he will, because
It doesn't, I mean, it's the truth.
yeah, it is the truth. It is the
and
truth.
I am pretty.
Yeah.
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 Can't help that.
Can't help that.
No.
No, but yeah, so it's a pretty good gig. If anybody has any ideas on another podcast, topic, I'm thinking about doing one on food safety, and
is your map the Maisie Lou Farms one? Yes.
Yes, the one, and I got to put you as a contributor, Jewel, because you contributed that sign. I got to put you in the contributing section. Yeah. I can't just put it in the description anymore like you used to be able to. You can't put people's names that contributed to the map. You got to put it in the XML in the mod desk. There's a right under. It's kind of like right 4 or 5 lines below the desk number. I think the desk number is up to 88 now or something like that. But I had to put contributors. Yeah. I put contributors, and it's like in the XML, and so I put contributor so and so Cavalier Roy, contributor did this, and Cavalier Roy's for the.
In there for testing.
I'll put in there for testing.
It's
We'll put you guys as contributors in the map, So it'll be in the XML though.
Okay,
So-
you guys, this is completely different. Joe, you have seen it. I don't know, has Jules seen it?
Jewel hasn't seen it.
Okay, so those of you, I know
Maybe-
Brandon has.
Maybe I need to do a live stream.
We probably do a live stream. Wait till you get your stop signs in.
Mm.
But you guys, this is hand over foot different than Blackwater Bottom.
And like I was telling you, something different I did. Like, let me go back to the XML. So every building I put in has XML attached to it, like Cavalier Roy does on his maps. Not so much that it's edited. It does help for the edited cow barn, but another thing I did edit, but I got the XML with it, is the farmer's market. It will now accept digestate, and a few other items too. I don't remember what those are off the top of my head, but I added more stuff to the farmer's market sell point.
And Blackwater Bottoms had one big farm. This new
Yeah.
map's going to have 4.
Yeah, this new map
And
has
there's
4 farms.
Depth to it. He did such a great job.
Yeah, it's
I
not
just
flat.
said,
And,
it is so different than your last
Yeah.
map. I'm very proud of you.
Yeah.
And we're talking about, this is all in his head. He's came up with it in his head.
As I went along, I just come up with stuff on my head.
Sometimes
in my
that's
head.
the best way to do it.
Mhm.
You know, but I knew he was getting about done whenever I was trying to talk to him yesterday. I asked him if he wanted to go with me. He's like, nope, I'm working on my map. When
Yeah.
he gets to that phase where he is like dead set,
I was redoing the
on
PDA.
working on
There-
the map.
There is a way. Cavalier Roy, and I probably missed some steps, but I did as best I can. Cavalier Roy has a way of doing the PDA that I don't think I've ever seen a map maker or a tutorial video go making a PDA.
Yes.
So
they
what
have
Caval-
my grass field. oh yeah, that too. I just told him.
No, the fields aren't actually grass. The grass is in between all the fields,
right,
but
the
that
grass is free, guys.
it's all zero. It's part of the
Yeah,
starting farm, and
so-
it's all cost zero.
So I was very excited, but I was like, I
Uh.
better tell Matt just in case he did want to include that because you have to section off the grass with your farmlands,
Uh-huh.
and it's kind of a pain,
Uh-huh.
right?
Oh, and I also figured out big thing here. I also figured out how to. There's another map like this, Elbe Valley, or something like that. There's separate farms on that map, but when you go into multiplayer, it has a farm set up for you already. I've done that with my map. I got 4 farms set up. When you go into multiplayer, you have 4 farms set up. You have 4.
That's what I'm
you have
saying.
equipment.
And I
You have
told him-
equipment for each
I told
farm.
him, I said, why don't we do a John Deere? Why don't we do a case farm?
And
Why don't we
Brendan helped me do that.
You know, Fent or whatever you want to do. Just you put him that way. When people go, they figure out what they got.
And Brendan's idea, it was Brendan's idea too. So
Yeah.
you know him had the same idea going on.
And then having the it's also going to have.
And when you go into single player, you won't see that other equipment. That equipment won't be there because I've got it. Default property equals true on there in the XML. So that other equipment won't show up, but your starting farm will. But each farm has a farmhouse. Each farm has a farmhouse with a sleep trigger. Each farm has Cavalier's cow barn. Each farm has 2 greenhouses.
Yep, that was my idea.
Each farm has a bale of storage.
Yep.
So if you decide to make a field and some grass field, or if you decide to mow all the grass in between your fields,
You have to buy before you could do any. You have to buy each one of your fields, though. He did not section any of the fields with the farms.
yeah,
Yeah.
you have to buy each one of your fields.
And one of his fields is huge.
Yeah, one of them
I don't know if it's as big as 6 on Blackwater Bottoms, but
it's
pretty
bigger.
close.
It's bigger. It's like a big horseshoe type field.
Yeah.
It's crazy big. Let's see what else unique I've done with that map. There's a lot of waterfalls on the map.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
figured out how to do that and get, I don't know if you know this, Jewel, since you're your map maker, you're in here. But if you ever do waterfalls on your map, Jewel, you'll have it in your imports folder, okay? But each time you cannot duplicate the waterfall. You have to re-import it out of the imports folder. So you re-import it, push the import, and you have to re-import it. You can't just duplicate it on the map. You have to go to file, import, like that. So, and the same thing with your smoke emitters. I have several smoke emitters on the map.
Oh, that is cool. Your bull is awesome. He showed me that, and I know you were struggling last time with trying to figure out how to.
I was trying to make it. I was trying to make it a placeable.
But and I don't know if you can do that. And I talked to Matt also about getting their bridges put into giants, because I think with yours with the lights and Silver's with the covered bridge, you guys, it would get used quite a bit. You know. And I have tried to push him to do that. He doesn't really, hasn't really gone there yet. But
yeah, we'll probably be nearing the end of this game and into the next. And
he's excited about something. He told me yesterday he found out some things, and he might just make another map.
Yeah, I've been watching MRG has some good map making videos. He has one doing real terrain and then somehow painting the fields using GIMP. A program like that, but I haven't really got into that. I thought, we'll see. I'll make another map, but we'll see where it goes. I'd like to try some real world terrain, but anyway, anything else?
Well, I just kind of wanted to talk about DoorDash. We kind of got cut off last time.
Yeah, we had a bad connection last time, internet connection for some reason last time, and boy, I'm glad it's held up. We've been going on. How long we've been going on now? I can't see. It usually tells up there how long we've been going on.
I don't know. How long you have all been in here?
We've been. I think we're going out on an hour because we're at 10 o'clock.
We don't need to do anything Matt really wants to get into this kind of thing.
Yeah, I love doing like podcasts.
Yeah, he likes doing this. Farming Simulator. I mean, he just has not had the want or the drive to actually.
Yeah, do anything.
Do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you guys have any questions,
can you DoorDash anywhere or only in your areas? Google
yes,
that. Google that, hon.
No, I already know.
Yeah.
So you have several different. There's different areas with DoorDash. You say our area.
What if you go up to Spooner?
I should be able to. I don't know. I know in Missouri, this. If you want to show them, this is the city. And there's all sorts of different reds and stuff. So you guys, it tells you right there, the city is busy.
Kansas City.
And then you have certain areas. You see that little area there that you're looking at? Warrensburg, that is us. But I can also go to Sedalia. I can go to...
Go look up in Spooner.
I don't know if it'll show up. So, and they give you, sometimes it's like, okay, $1 extra an order. $1 extra an order. Because they have so many customers and not enough dashers in the city. But yes, I don't know if you could do it out of state, but you can.
Go in your general.
In your area.
Yeah, so, see, you could go into another town.
I can go anywhere in Missouri, I think. I have never even looked down here. Do they even have DoorDash in
Wisconsin?
I'm trying to say, like St. Louis? See, I don't see that. And that's weird. You'd think that they'd have it, right? Okay, Eldon and Osage Beach, they got one. Columbia's got one. But there's nothing for St. Louis.
There's nothing for St. Louis.
Isn't that crazy?
I don't know. There's got to be. So yeah, that is good. Can you Google? Do you have Google on there?
Yeah.
Google. Can you dash in another state? Can a DoorDasher dash in another state? See what the answers are, because that is a very good question, Jewel.
Don't tell me I can do it, because I probably will when you guys bore me to death. Yes, DoorDash drivers can dash in other states as long as DoorDash is available in the city. Drivers can also dash in new areas that are close to their most recent location without making changes to the app. So the answer to your question is yes, you can dash in other states if they have that.
Wonder what area pays the most in the USA. What would you say?
Sorry.
What area pays the most?
If the city's going to pay you, I don't know. I get paid pretty good money, so I don't know.
Can you Google that too? Google it.
What do you mean Google?
What area pays the most? That was for DoorDasher.
It's going to be the city.
Is it going to be the city?
Yes. I don't even have to tell you that.
Okay.
It's going to be the city.
It's going to be your big cities, Jewel, that are going to pay the most. I don't know. She doesn't have a number.
Kimmy and her boyfriend went and dashed in Independence or Blue Springs the other day. They made like $40.
Is that a lot of money?
No.
That's not a lot of money.
No. But
So,
you guys have to realize.
You think? I think you're probably standard across the United States is probably going to be. There's going to be areas that are busier. Let's say it's going to be areas that are busier than other areas, constantly busy, where you're just going to be driving everywhere all the time. But I'm going to just guess off the top of my head. Just off the top of my head, you're probably going to have those $5-6 orders, in anywhere you go.
Yeah.
It's.
You're going to have crappy $2 orders even in the city because people don't care.
Yeah.
What people don't realize, though, is if you start doing that and people catch wind of that, they're going to stop. Nobody's going to want to pick up your order.
Yeah.
Because it's putting you at a place where you don't want to. You're wasting your time with this.
Yeah.
When you could be, when a second later you could get another order for $12.
Right.
Which means if I take a $2 order, go to McDonald's, pick it up, and deliver, I might miss out on a $20 order.
Right.
And I worked very hard, so I'm trying to think of different things I could talk. There's so many things, They have a catering program with that new Platinum Dasher. You could do catering. I've done 3 catering orders. 2 from Chipotle and 1 from IHOP. The one from IHOP was really small, but the ones from Chipotle were going to the hospital. I had $84 tip one time, and I had another one was like $50-something tip.
So the catering orders pay pretty good.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Catering, and then I get a lot of alcohol orders because I accept alcohol orders, and they pay very good too.
Okay.
And shopping orders.
I love my red card. We're talking about delivering alcohol. Now, does somebody have to show a form of ID at the door?
Yes.
And
so when you pick up, okay, so you're not going to get an alcohol. Jules asking questions, and I don't know what she's saying.
Okay. Wonder what pays most. Oh, she said wonder what pays most.
Oh, okay. In the USA, I don't know, but we'll research that for next time. But what was I saying?
Alcohol orders.
Alcohol orders.
How does that work?
Okay, let me see if I can't find this, and I can kind of show
well,
you I know. Hold on.
I could kind of tell. I can tell them, can't I? Because I know.
You can. No,
alcohol orders. She'll get the alcohol not like a normal shopping order. She'll take it to the residence. They have to meet her at the door. There's no contactless delivery for alcohol, but she has to take a picture of their ID.
Yep. The front or the back of the ID. And the dasher has to be of age to get those orders.
Yes.
So all those young people that aren't 21 years old don't get the alcohol orders, which means more's going to come to me.
Yeah.
So this is one thing that I have. I'll show you guys. So if you look, it says it's dash preferences. They have a safe dash check-in you can do, which I do, but they ask you quite often if you're okay. That way, if something is wrong, they can send help.
Yeah.
They have all your navigational tools, the equipment that you have. They put it in there.
Jules got another question too. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead and finish that.
And then cash on delivery. I do cash on delivery all the time. I don't mind it. Alcohol orders. So this stuff is going to change once I get that top dash to go to platinum. It's going to get a lot different.
Now, how good is DoorDash during Christmas time?
Very good.
Very good. Because that was a question she had.
There's people that don't have family, especially college kids.
Yeah.
And they want to be able to have a meal or have somebody actually bring them something. So
it's better at Christmas. A lot of people.
Oh, happy Father's Day, everybody! By the way.
Hi, Silver.
Hey,
you came in here. We're near the end of the podcast, but talking about DoorDash again and talking a little bit about the Platinum program they have going on. That's going to be available to Vanessa starting next week in this area.
Yeah, I'm going to get all my numbers up so when we go out of town, they'll still be good when I come back.
Right. Yeah, because she'll be on a week vacation for weeks. So, but yeah, we're talking a little bit about Platinum. We We even changed subjects, talked about my map a little bit.
Okay, so I forgot to talk about yesterday. Yesterday was it was the day before yesterday. Yesterday, I made $247 DoorDash.
Wow.
Okay.
Was that all shopping orders?
Not all. Most, yes.
Most.
So which means, you guys, it was crazy. I would get an order to get something and I get it, and then I got an order from Hy-Vee. I got that. And then I got 2 orders to go to Aldi's, which means I shopped those at the same time. After I dropped one of those off, I would get another order. It came to the point where the customer's food, DoorDash didn't have it correct, so I had to swap everything to take them their food.
Wow.
This guy's food was in my car for an hour.
Oh, no.
You know, it's like, I can't do that. And so, you know, I communicate with my customer, like, okay, I need to go bring this first. This guy's been waiting, then I'll be there. But it seemed like I would get one, and then I would drop it off, and then I get another one. It was constant. I moved constantly the other day.
Wow.
But that's a lot of
That's
money.
the first time that's ever happened like that.
Well, for DoorDash alone,
I wonder if there's, because maybe a lot of Dashers weren't working. It probably has to do with the amount of Dashers that are working at the time.
The higher your numbers are, the better you do, the better offers you're going to get.
So Christmas time,
So Christmas,
holiday, any holidays are going to be good.
Christmas is kind of tricky with Walmart. I'll tell you that. Because a lot of people live together. And I had moms getting their own Christmas presents and having to hide them from their kids because they got them something for Christmas and they weren't there to grab the present.
Oh,
So
no.
I had a couple of them. They're like, she was like, oh, she goes, I bet this is for me for Christmas. And she had to put it in an area and pretend like she didn't see it. I said, well, act like you're very excited when you get it. But that happened a lot this last winter. Yeah. I was like, oh, boy.
Wow. Brennan goes, Good thing I don't have the speech text thing, Brennan.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of any other questions I can ask you about DoorDash, and off the top, I think
there's things that I could come and go through and everything, but it's I love my job. You know, not a lot of people do, but I do. You know, it's hard on my car. I need to get an old beater.
Yeah, I would suggest. She got a brand new car, doing this in a brand new car, putting the miles on it. That's one thing you got to consider: maintenance, mileage on your cars, oil, fuel. Oh
yeah.
She just remembered something. What do you remember?
Okay, there is an app called. There's either Everlance, or there's another one that I have.
What is it called?
But this is called Everlance.
Everlance.
All my trips are classified. Okay, currently, this is insane, you guys. This year already, I've driven 15,503 miles. My tax deductions from that mileage is $10,387.14, which means when I go do my taxes, which I'm not doing online next year, I'm going to a person to make sure I do it right.
Right.
And because I tried to save the money I needed to, and I need a thing where I could put my gas tickets on. That way I keep track, and this does my mileage. But all this stuff is a write-off, you guys. So it actually helps you to have these apps.
You should make some shorts answering short questions. Oh. That would be a good idea. Make some shorts answering short questions.
And we can also we can make some shorts. I have to be really careful because I was wanting Matt to video or me working, but I don't want to put any of the customers' houses in there. When people do their stuff, they're only having the camera facing them, so you have to respect their privacy.
Yeah.
So, but we can, I could turn the music off for a little bit. God forbid do that. I like my music, but, I could turn it off and he could do just a short thing so I could show you what I do, and tell you how a couple orders go. We could do that too.
Yeah, we could do that. That's a very good idea, Jewel. Thank you.
I know it's different seeing this, you guys. I know they're used to Matt doing the farming simulator thing. But he's
it's kind of like my a little dream of mine, just to have a little talk show. And
I think you should go to Coco, like I said,
a radio station, and have a
a
little
job.
talk show, and just have.
You would be so freaking happy sitting down, just talking and playing music, telling the news.
Today's weather is going to be sunny, hot and humid in the 90s.
There you go.
Little to no moisture.
I think we need to start looking at the camera more, though, because we're looking at the side of our faces. I know you got to ask.
Well,
ask a question.
I'm asking.
You ask a question, then
well,
face the
normal
camera.
podcast. So I'm experimenting with other different cameras too. I got two cameras. So I'd like to get a third one. Have a third one, one for the center, which you're looking at right now. Then the other two I don't have set up, but I kind of experimented with it. I can have multiple cameras on this. Like when I'm talking, one camera can be over here, like where I'm pointing over in this corner, pointing at me. Then one camera can be over here, back behind me, pointing at Vanessa. And so, thing is, it's changing all that back and forth on the fly, or to have a studio engineer. And that's where Brendan might come in if we get that fancy.
We need to get some bar stools. I think you're with backs on.
I think we do need some bar stools. I've been looking at bar stools, so bar stool would take us up to here.
There's a dustpan.
Yeah, I found it.
Where'd you find it?
So yeah,
I'm sorry, you guys. I just squirreled for a minute. We haven't had a dustpan forever.
So yeah, it's kind of like I like doing this type of stuff. I'm in a small. We live in a trailer. It works as separate how.
Huh? It works in separate houses. Remember?
Oh, I know, no, but I already have two webcams though, Brendan. I have two webcams, and it works. You can program them in Streamlabs, the different camera sources. I could do camera 1, camera 2, camera 3, and I've done it with my keyboard. I can punch the hotkeys. So you could like you said, I could have a Stream Deck Mini changing the cameras. Like if I'm talking, put the camera on me, and if Vanessa's talking, put the camera on her. If we're kind of get bored with that, just do the front center camera. But normal podcasts, you're at a big like a conference type table. Like podcasts, you're at a big conference table. And some podcasts, they're just talking. You're not seeing them. You're just talking, recording it, putting it out to Spotify. I would like to do that eventually sometime. Just extract the.
Look at those muscles, guys. Ugh.
Look, I'd like to extract the sound out. Like to extract the sound out of a podcast and upload to Spotify. I think that'd be kind of cool. Have the Tavern podcast on Spotify. So.
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is maybe tonight we can look at. I follow somebody that does DoorDash stuff, so maybe you can kind of take a peek at how he does it.
How he does it.
Yeah, just.
Well, you research that for me, so.
Yeah, but I think it's good to wrap up now. We've been on for about an hour.
We've been on for a good hour, and gosh, a lot of good questions.
It made him happy for his Father's Day.
We talked about DoorDash for the last 3 episodes. The first one was way back. You'd have to go way back, and I should really utilize playlists better. I don't with YouTube. I don't put things on playlists, and I really should. I could make a playlist for the Tavern podcast and put all on playlists, and but yeah, the first one I did was just me talking, and I kind of did the history of DoorDash and delivery services, and then the second one we did last Sunday, which we had some technical difficulties there at the end. Our internet kept cutting out for some reason, and the stream dropped.
You guys are amazing. 6 people in here the whole time. You guys are awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for
doing that. We lost the stream last week, but we kind of recapped on what we did talk about today, and we talked about some new stuff. We talked about the Platinum Dasher. We talked about other things that we didn't think of last week. So
yeah.
So we'll try to come up with some subjects. This week's going to be kind of tight, and we're going to be going on vacation, so it's going to be at least 3 weeks before we get something else together.
Casino on
Saturday. We leave.
So me and Matt and Brennan and his mom are all going to go to the casino, and we're going to gamble a little bit, eat some dinner, and then get up and drive. Then we're going to drive.
We're going to drive all the way to Wisconsin on Sunday.
His mom got a B&B,
Yeah.
BRB, whatever.
BRB.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to stay in that for the week, and come home the following Saturday, the week before the 4th. A nice job. Take care, Matt, Vanessa. Yes, thank you, Jewel.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jewel. Thank you. But with that, we're going to wrap up the podcast, and we'll try to come up with a different subject. It's not going to be DoorDash.
Right.
It's not going to be
You
DoorDash.
gotta give him a quote. You got to give him something to leave with. You know, you got to do what I do.
Where's Mr. J when you need him? I like Mr. J's quote in all of his videos.
You guys are awesome. Thank you for coming in and, just kind of listening and giving it an opportunity to listen to see what we're doing.
And I'll definitely, like I said, anything YouTube related is probably going to be. Well, I take that back. I'm going to make an announcement, and I'm going to plug Brennan on this too. Brennan and I plan to be up in Duluth, Minnesota, one of those days when we're on vacation, and we are going to be down in Canal Park, where the ships come through off Lake Superior. We're going to be doing all that. We're going to be going to a couple museums. We're going to be hang out there for the day, go shopping a little bit. So be looking for some live on the phone action with phones. So we'll be doing some of that. We might even do some of our trip up there.
I think when we go eat, we can kind of do that when we eat places, kind of show people what we're doing, what the difference is between being up there and being down here.
Mm-hmm.
And, like he told me, people eat raw hamburger there.
Okay.
That
So
is so gross.
We're getting off subject here, but we can tell that story. It's not raw hamburger. Okay, up in Wisconsin, just like all days. Yeah, just like the good old days. Yes, Brennan. Brennan is really psyched.
Yeah, he got a suitcase.
He got a suitcase.
He
He's probably already packed. Old
we don't
days.
even have a suitcase.
Yeah, but we got that small one that Brennan gave us. But I'm going to see. I need to see if Dustin will give me his. But Day, I know what you meant, Brennan. But anyway,
I've done good on my money this week, though. I hit my goals, so we're good.
I want to talk about the raw hamburger.
Oh yeah, talk about the raw.
So in Wisconsin, and it's probably just a northern state. Then they eat fresh ground round. It's actually called. What do I want to say? I don't know what it's called. Raw hack, basically, whatever. It's raw hamburger, but it's fresh. It has to be fresh ground round.
Ugh.
You just make it into a patty, salt and pepper, put some slice of onion on it, and eat it between rye bread, toasted rye bread.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And some people put mustard on it too.
Oh, that's so gross. It's not even cooked.
My uncle would always say, "Put hair on your chest."
It's not even cooked. That's gross. I can't eat that.
Mom did. Your grandma did, Brennan. Your grandma's
There
eating
is
that.
no way. Listen, Matt makes a killer steak, medium rare, the raw, no. I mean, medium rare is my stop. I don't want mooing.
Well, this is definitely mooing.
This is mooing. This is beyond mooing.
Yeah.
It's like, that's gross. I don't think I could ever do that.
Yeah. It's a northern state thing. Look up Wisconsin raw hamburger. Raw, fresh ground round, whatever. Look that up. It's quite amazing what people eat, but you have to really you have to really learn to trust your hometown butcher. So,
I guess, and hope you don't get sick from things in the hamburger. That's not good.
What doesn't make you sick will make you healthy.
No, it won't. It'll kill you. Sorry. I don't know about any of you, but I am not eating raw hamburger. Nope. It's gross.
Yeah. If you don't want to eat something. Brennan does. Brennan. Vanessa likes her steaks medium rare. So does Grandma. Brennan, on the other hand.
He likes it well done.
He likes it burnt to
That's
crisp.
Gross. It's so tough and tasteless. Sorry, Brennan.
I've learned to eat mine medium.
Oh, I love medium. But you are the only one that could make a mistake.
I don't take Vanessa to a restaurant.
Oh,
I do not take Vanessa to a restaurant.
Because I asked her medium rare and they don't ever cook it right.
Yeah, they never cook it right, and then it's like, oh my God, here we
And
go.
then he comes,
It's like, oh my God, here we go again. I'm going to hide under the table. It's like, oh,
no,
miss, and I'm like this. I'm like, oh God.
He is really.
I gotta go to the restroom.
Don't embarrass me. But you know what? When you go to a
That's why
restaurant and you pay good money for food.
That's why.
Okay, I'm going to tell on you. You went to Gordon Ramsay Steakhouse and had French fries.
Yeah, I went to Gordon Ramsay Steakhouse in the city. High class steakhouse, tell you what.
It was a $250 dinner between the two of us.
It was at Harris Casino. They got a Gordon Ramsay's at Harris Casino. And if you're familiar with Gordon Ramsay, he's pretty particular on his food. I had my...
You had a burger, didn't you?
No, I had a steak.
You had a steak, and then what was the cheese sauce? It was on... What was the cheese sauce on?
Did I have baked potato? No. No, I had French fries.
But it had cheese on it.
French fries?
Yeah, there was liquid cheese on something you ate.
I thought that was your baked potato.
No.
Anyway, but
it's just crazy because it's so freaking good, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
The steak is out of this world delicious.
Yeah.
It's so good. Their food,
Yep.
It was an expensive dinner, but it was well worth it.
Yep.
Until Matt ate like a heathen.
Yeah. Yeah, we couldn't find a room at our normal casino, so we got one there and tried Harrah's out. It wasn't
enough. The restaurant was awesome.
Awesome, but
the stay was.
Yeah.
I didn't like their casino.
Yeah, I like Ameristar better. We're going to Ameristar. Vanessa. The main reason we were going to Ameristar is Vanessa and I had this trip planned before the Wisconsin trip, and this is about the time Grandma wanted to go up to Wisconsin. So Vanessa and I are taking in a concert this coming Saturday. John Michael Montgomery. We're going to watch him.
I've never seen him either.
So just be me and Vanessa at the concert. Grandma and Brandon will be up in the room. But
they can go down and gamble.
No, they can't. Not without us. Not mom. No. We'll talk about that later.
Okay. Well, Brandon's with her.
Let me leave everybody with a quote. Everybody, be good to one another. Take care of one another. And we will see you on the next Tavern podcast. Good night, folks. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you later.